Alright, so here today we are in game, and yes, it's that very famous video of mine. Every season we get one, every update we used to get one. It's been 60 days since you heard me say it. Today is Ultra Rumble patch notes. Get excited, we got a lot to talk about here today. If you're new to the channel, like it, subscribe, it helps out a ton. A lot to get through, a lot to have fun with, so please, hey, smack that like button. This video specifically will take a lot of editing because there's so many screenshots I gotta go through. So please, consider leaving a like and consider subscribing up. Let's get into it. A lot of great changes, a lot of questionable changes. You let me know your opinions down below. Obviously, I can master every character, so if I make a mistake here, please be my guest to fix me on that one, and let's get into it. First things first, My Hero Ultra Rumble Patch Notes 1.7.0. Through the maintenance update on November 20th, we have made the following changes. New features have been added. This is basically about the tuning system. They basically just describe the tuning system. I'll be honest with you, I'll read you the initial part of it, but this makes no sense. Again, we'll do a video on this in the future, but right now, if you're asking me about tuning system, I got you. I kind of basically understand it to a core, so if you need help on that, I'll help you out soon. Don't worry about it. But for patch notes, it's going to be that topic is going to take a little bit of time to go through. So just stay tight for that one. But it's coming soon. But basically, they added the tuning system, which allows new functions will be added basically to the costumes. Equipping costumes with character memories enables various new features, such as tuning skills. They can be configured in again the customized settings. Basically speaking, it's a brand new system for costumes. It gives buffs to characters. It's pretty cool on how it was operated, but it's not pretty cool on how it was implemented. It's cool in theory, but it's not cool for how they implemented it in game. Again, I'll talk about this in the future, but in my opinion, this could have been done so much better and been so much cooler. But again, it's a cool system in theory, not a cool system as it was handled. System adjustments. Adjusted specifications for civilian evacuees. This is why yesterday I was laughing because I'm like, what the hell is this random freaking Nezu thing is in the wrong area. Increase the likelihood of civilian evacuees appearing when small houses with principal Nezu signboards are destroyed. If you don't already know, you destroy one of the Nezu housing things, what happens is a person might not spawn. They've increased the likelihood of it. They don't confirm on how likely it is, but they just say they increased the likelihood. So this was a big thing that JP made complaints about, like, hey, if I'm trying to res somebody, I want to res somebody. I don't need this like gotcha and a gotcha type thing, but that's what they said over there. Adjust the durability of small houses with principal Nezu signboards to make them easier to destroy. Some characters have issues, again, destroying it. For example, an Ida could destroy it very quickly versus an Overhaul who none of his attacks can actually land on it. Big change there. Reduce the initial number of civilian evacuees at the start of the match. Oh, wow. So yeah, reduce the initial number of civilian evacuees at the start of the match. That's a crazy change, yeah. Basically speaking, there are more now spawn points, it looks like, of these Nezu houses, because I have seen them in very precarious situations, but it looks like that's what they went for. They reduced the spawn of civilians on the ground, but they're more in these Nezu buildings, so keep that in mind. They also went and adjusted to prevent automatic jumping over item box large when approaching one with a dash. You know how long that took? That is from Season 1. If you try to run into an item box large, which is I think the drop, you dash over it and jump over it, which is annoying. So it's kind of funny. It took that long with that one. Adjusted so that it makes less than 2 members, that if less than 2 members are present at the start of a ranked match, entry fees are waived for the remaining players. Wow, look at that. That's actually a great change. So basically, one of your players disconnects, right? Because it's constant in rank that happens. If you're not 3 stacking, they're waiving their entry fee for you. That's really cool, actually, because it's a high chance you're not getting any points now. So why deduct your points out of you? So pretty cool. Adjusted to disconnect players from matches if they are idle for an extended time after a ranked match starts. After such players are disconnected, entry fees for remaining players are waived. So if someone goes AFK, if someone goes idle, they will kick them out. Again, I don't know how long that is. There are some games that kick you out after 60 seconds. I hope it's not one of them, but maybe after like 3 or 4 minutes. Like if you're idle for 3 or 4 minutes and you're not moving at all, yeah, bro, you're getting the kick. Something's wrong with that. So hopefully it's not anything buggier than that. They changed the rewards obtainable for weekly missions and season missions. There are some rewards that are buffed now with some brand new mechanics and some brand new features. So go check out your weekly missions. And again, your season missions, a bunch of stuff is now there. Any hero ticket buffs on those things? Doesn't look like it. Added a function to read out text chats. Kind of cool, okay? Never will I have that on in a video, but, you know, it's a cool feature. Added a function to post voice chat transcriptions as text in the chat. Can be toggled on and off from settings. Okay, dude, that's some decent, like, not bad. This is some good quality of life. Wish there was more every season, but you know, that's kind of it. Bug fixes. Fix the bug where the hit detection of Overhaul's quirk skill Alpha Underground Crusher would disappear when reflected by Mirio Toga's quirk skill Gamma Phantom Guard. That actually has happened. I've seen that. Wow, that's cool. Fix the bug where Hawks would sometimes fail to jump when stepping on a jump head. That happens. That happens, and I showed that in a video. And I'm like, what is this, dude? That is real. So, great fix right there. That's it. The bug fixes, though. So, if there's any bug fixes you wanted, rip. Let's keep it going. We have character adjustments. Tomura Shigaraki Catastrophe. Oh my god. Okay. Let's swap into Shigaraki and see what they changed over here. So, with Shigaraki, what has changed? Let's get his quirk skill set going here. Perfect. Here we go. Quirk skill set Catastrophe. Again, Gamma. Okay. Increase the dash range for levels 1 to 8. So, early game Shigaraki is better up until mid game, but when you get to end game and he gets level 9, he is not any better. He's the same. So, level 1 basically moves a bit more, which kind of it kind of looks like that, yeah. Again, we don't know for sure how significant it is, but we might, because again, the homie Hydros has cooked up. He does have a bunch of the changes here. Let me see if he has one for Shigaraki. Please tell me he does. Maybe he doesn't. He has it for everyone except him. No. Yeah, so maybe, again, this wasn't found in the files or whatever, but some characters is like that. So for this one, doesn't look like it is. But again, they did increase it from level 1 to 8. It is a bit longer of a range. If you were to increase that, obviously, to 8, it goes up more. But it's not as big as, obviously, 9 is, right? 9 is obviously different. We'll just take it to 7 real quick and check. But it just buffs up early game Shiggy, allowing him to move a little bit further, which is kind of cool. So, yeah, not bad. But again, not like a major buff, because he's still the same end game. Beyond that, we have Shoto Todoroki with Ice Stalagmite. That is going to be his base. That's his base Todoroki. So let's pull up base Todoroki here. They are buffing, or nerfing, let's see. They say quirk skill Gamma, Ice Stalagmite. Reduce the post-activation cooldown time, and reduce the time to move after the activation. So again, this is for base Todoroki. Let me see if Hydros has any of these changes for it, so we can at least verify. But I'm guessing not, because I didn't see it. Yeah, so another character that doesn't have it, sadly. But basically, they reduced the timing, so I'm guessing reduce the time. Again, post-activation cooldown, time to movement after activation. So basically, that's a buff. So he does it, and then he can move a little bit faster. He does it again, moves a little faster. I'm guessing that's what it is. And then again, the post-activation cooldown. So after activating it, the cooldown time, reduce that. So that's kind of what they went for. So as you can see, it starts up a bit faster. I'm guessing that's what they're referring to here. So I'm guessing buff. Hopefully I'm getting that right. Sometimes, again, the translations are always wrong when it says it, but this should be correct. Beyond that, Gamma for the other Todoroki. So yeah, purple Todoroki also got balanced here. Shoto Todoroki, Ice Fang, Wind Flame. Quirk skill Alpha, Ice Fang, Wind Flame. Change that the projectile follows the reticle position at the moment of firing instead of at the button press. Change so that the projectile follows the reticle position at the moment of firing instead of at the button press. Okay. So it just helps basically... Yeah, so you'll hit more shots theoretically by properly aiming, right? Again, not bad. I guess that's what it is. Some of these changes, I was wondering why Hydra's couldn't catch them, because how can you really catch this? I don't know if it's a data parameter change or anything like that, but it does help your aiming. But beyond that, quirk skill Beta, increase the number of rounds at all levels. Oh my god, they gave him an extra beta. What? Decrease the reload speed at all levels. And then change to allow wall climb to generated ice. Wow. Here are the changes from Hydra, so these are the more in-depth changes. So here we go. Shoto Todoroki, quirk skill set, Ice Fang, Wind Flame, quirk skill Beta, Heaven Pierce, and Ice Wall. So again, they took it and took the base of 2, put it to 3. They gave an extra beta's insanity. Yes, they did increase the reload time at start, but remember, technically speaking, it's not much of an increase. It's only 1 second. So as you go down there, you see at level 9 is still 7 seconds off of 6, but he has a whole additional beta. So basically, they Bakugo'd him, just like they did with, again, Gamma and Bakugo. Penalty reload time. is increased, though. Let's make that clear. The penalty reload time is there with a bit extra. So it takes it from 10 to 15 and then 8 to 13. So it's going to be a bit different there. But the penalty reload, again, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it 100%. But you have an additional one. If you know how to play Todoroki, that is insanity. You know that, right? Having an additional beta is that's diabolical, bro. Again, he was a freaking great... I said it. He was a great skill kid originally. Adding another one entirely is wild. Okay, so... yeah, if you thought he wasn't good before, he's much better now. It's an additional one entirely, so... yeah, there is that. Keep it going. Hawks! Yes, so the character everyone wanted nerfed. Did he get nerfed? We'll find out right now. We're gonna increase the beta time to see this, but... here we go. Hawks, Quirk Skill Alpha. Change so that projectiles no longer home in through obstacles. Basically speaking, if you try to hit somebody behind a wall, you could because it homed to them. But now it doesn't home to them until the obstacle is broken. Or again, you're over, under, whatever, around an obstacle. They'll start homing afterwards. So that is a great change. It's kind of a nerf, right? Because again, it could home in afterwards, telling you where the player is. Now no longer does that. So keep that in mind. Big change there. Making his alpha it's still a busted alpha, but it's not as, broken as it originally was. Quirk Skill Beta, Wind Cross. Increase the flying duration in free fly state, so you can fly for longer. Reduce the gauge consumption for melee attacks during free flight. Change so that enemies hit by melee attacks during free flight are blown away with a single strike. Change so that the reload does not start until landed on the ground. And increased the gauge consumption when activating the skill. So, a lot of people saw this, and I know it's not the easiest thing to read patches here and there, because sometimes they make no sense, but this is a nerf. This is a good nerf. I know people are going to say, dude, he still technically got a buff, which he did get a buff, but again, it's not an insane buff. Here's what they did. Take a look in the Hydros, again, leaks over here. But yes, we have Hawks over here, Quirk Skill Beta, Wind Cross. Down power is now increased from 250 to 500. His overall ammo did get increased by 10. That's it. You have to realize, again, going back to the official patches of what that says, they increased the flying duration by a bit. They reduced the gauge consumption, again, when he uses his melee attack. But now that causes an immediate knockback. Basically, he can only do a cap of 170. He can come back around, but you have a chance to dodge now. They gave you a full-blown chance there. And then again, they increased the gauge consumption when activating the skill. So, what does that mean? In comparison to before. First, we activate the skill. We used up a bit more gauge before than usual, right? Now, we have more time in free fly. We do. But we cannot, again, basically if I spam all this out over here, spam all this out over here, now I start flying again, because this is a normal Hawks technique. Start flying right after, you do all the damage, you may have taken damage, but you will not gain the gauge until you land back on the ground, right? Obviously, again, I do have fast reload times up here, so don't be like, oh my god, he reloaded automatically. No, I just did that for the video. But now that's how that operates. So again, it's an overall nerf. All they did here is, yes, when he goes like this, boom, he can hit you. It doesn't knock you down, does 95 damage. He hits you once, it knocks you down. Now, wait till the get up. Now, just swerve back around, hit you again. By the time I try to get to the third one, it's going to be rare, but you can land it if a person's standing still. If a person's moving, it is almost impossible to kind of hit that constantly, unless the person has no idea what they're doing. You hit them once, the person's now alert, there's a Hawks nearby, let me not get caught by him. Let's fight it back, right? That's the entire thing there. And again, I can't, once I do this, right? Usually a Hawks takes damage in that entire scenario. Now he tries to fly away until he hits the ground again, does not come back. So keep that in mind. Again, they did reduce the amount also, go like this. They did reduce the amount used when slashing. But again, I can't, slash again until he's healed. Then I can slash again. So yes, to a degree, it is a buff. But it's an overall nerf. I do think this is great. It's not going to nuke the character to the ground, obviously speaking. Sometimes you don't want that because, again, players did wail on this character. But it is, again, going to stop him from cheating out of the game, right? Basically, that is a full kill technique. Going like this, then going like this, then going like this. That's full kill. There's no skill in that. There's no fun in that. It is no skill entirely. So that's, again, what his changes are. Let me know what you think about it. I know, again, it's a hot topic. I know people are going to be like, no, it's not a good change, but I do think that it's going to affect him a lot. It's going to stop the cheating of it, but again, in most scenarios, yes, Hawks can move, but if a team is focusing him, remember, now again, with the changes, him trying to escape and, without touching the ground, that thing does matter. It does matter, so Let me know what you think again. I'm curious, but let's keep going here. Let's not spend too much time on Hawks here. Next up is Kendo. This one's a weird one. I don't know what they did here, but it is worth it to show you. If we were to look at Kendo, let's go to Kendo real quick. Let's see, Kendo, where are you? Yeah, Kendo. Here we go. Kendo got changed for some reason. Quirk Skill Alpha, Stone Throwing Fist. Reduce the damage at all levels. Why? Was Kendo that good? Okay. Quirk Skill Beta, Big Fist Shield. Increase the durability at all levels. Increase the reload speed when the shield breaks at all levels. Change to allow vertical adjustment on the shield using camera controls. Then we have Quirk Skill Gamma. Reduce the damage at all levels for her clap. And I don't know about that one, but let's go through it. Here are the exact leaks, just so you know. Kendo used to do 21.25, now does 20. 23.125, 21, 25 to 22, 26 to 23, 28 to 24. Again, all the way down 36 to 28. So it's a pretty meaty change. It's not anything lightweight. It's a pretty meaty change if you were to look at it. So just keep that in mind. That's kind of what they went for. But again, 19 was like the base here, which is about 20 usually. That's what it said. So just keep this in mind. That's where it said. Took the beta though. They increased the shield by a lot. 400 to 600 early game, major increase. It slows down at the end there, making it only 800 to 850. So only a 50 increase, but that's how they handled it. They also took the penalty reload time from 10 seconds to 7 seconds, and the penalty span all levels from 3 to 1. So bit of a change there. They took it again a little bit further with the clap. The clap has been nerfed from 130 to 100, all the way to 180 to 140. So bit of a change. Again, was it that busted? I am kind of curious, but she is going to be doing much less damage now versus what she used to do. So just keep that in mind. Let me know if it's a W or L to you, or you thought Kendo was that busted, because yeah, that's what we got for Kendo. Next up, let's keep going here. Dabi. We have not Quirk Skill, it's just regular Dabi. So that's crazy. I thought it was gonna be Red Dabi, but no, it's Purple Dabi. Purple Dabi. Quirk Skill Alpha Arson. Change the projectiles no longer home through obstacles. Basically, again, as soon as the person goes behind a wall, the homing turns off and fails to home. So yeah. Quirk Skill Gamma, Ring of Fire. Change that the number of rounds is not consumed if the motion is cancelled before activation. So the number is not consumed if the motion is cancelled before activation. Does that mean he got buffed basically? Because sometimes the ring will be used, but he gets hit out of it and then he loses it for no reason. I think that's a buff, but I don't know for sure. If anybody knows down below, please let me know. Don't want to mess up anything here, but I don't think that's a nerf. That's a buff, because sometimes like Cementos, it's similarly worded, where Cementos would lose an alpha because he got hit out of it. So maybe that's what that is. Don't know for sure. Himiko Toga. Ooh, this is the Purple Toga. Let's see Purple Toga. So, again, meaty patch notes. Back in the day, we used to get these, man. Back in my day. Quirk Skill Gamma Bloodsucker. Change so the projectile no longer homes in through obstacles. So again, you try homing. Basically, I missed it, but it just stops homing through obstacles or objects or whatever. But that's what it looks like, I think. They're going for. So like over here, try to home. I think that's what they're trying to go for. So there we go. If I'm getting this wrong, well, I just got him wrong for so many characters. Last but not, I just jinxed it. Last but not least, Overhaul. So just one last one. I'm like, it's a meaty patch, bro. There's only one left. Here we go. Overhaul. Quirk Skill Alpha. Underworld Crusher. Decrease the damage dealt at all levels. They nerfed his Alpha. Special action, disassemble, and restoration. Reduced the reload speed. Oof. Okay, so let's take a look. Shota Todoroki. Where is it? Here. Overhaul from, again, Hydros over here. Here's what it says. Quirk Skill Alpha Underworld Crusher Blast. Before and after, we have 17 to 12. Okay. And then 25 to 20. So he does 20 damage now versus his 25. So, again, I don't think Overhaul was a monster like that. I don't think so. His special action has been nerfed heavily. The speed is 10 seconds. So if we were to heal, it's an additional 10 seconds before we get it back versus 20 seconds now. It's 30 seconds, and the penalty reload time is 48 to 70. So a meaty change right there. Yikes. Okay. Is that really it for the buffs in there? So Overhaul, Himiko Toga, Dabi, Kendo, Hog, Shoto, and then Tomura. Yep, that's pretty much it for the changes there. They do have more, though. They have known issues. So these are brand new issues that are known. Danki Kaminari, special action electrification. You have confirmed that opponents' players are not being stunned after being hit. And my banner, we are aware of the issues where it's not displayed properly. We'll do our best in fixing this as soon as possible. We apologize for the inconvenience and understanding. Your patience for understanding. Yep, that's basically the buffs and nerfs here. So nothing like insane, but Hawks did get nerfed pretty nicely, stopping the full kill. We did have some pretty, I guess, decent buffs here and there. Mainly, it's just like, it's kind of nerfs, dude. There's a lot of nerfs here. There's a lot of nerfs, but that Todoroki buff is insanity. that gamma for Todoroki, or beta for Todoroki is insanity of a thing to get buffed, but that seemingly is the entire patch notes. Nothing else crazy beyond that, so let me know what you think, W or L overall. Again, this is your Season 8 official patch notes. Maybe more patch notes for the season, but we shall see, because with these devs, we never know. All right, take care, have fun. That's been it for me. Hope you guys enjoy.